All right, if you guys are doing the tessellation with the reflect, here's the tools you'll need. You'll need your index card, some tape, colored pencils, but those can come in last, scissors, and your 2.5 by 3-inch grid. Alrighty? And if you want a ruler, a ruler. Okay, so all you really need right now is your index card. The first thing that you're going to want to do is you need to fold it in half and you're going to cut it. Now, I prefer to use a ruler because I'm horrible at cutting a straight line. So you do you, but then you have a 2.5 by 3-inch rectangle there. I almost said square, but it's not a square. All right, so what you're going to do here is you're going to pick two corners that you need to draw some sort of design. All right, so I've already done that. Okay, so you have to go from one corner to the other. It cannot stop like in the middle. It's got to go from one corner to the other, and it has to be along the same side. So if you maybe wanted to do here, okay. Once you have your design, you're going to go ahead and cut that out. So snip, 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 snip. Look at me. I'm professional like on TV. So we've gone ahead and cut it out. So then what you're going to do once you cut it out, all right, you're going to actually take it and it's like you're sliding it on top, except, so that's what you would do if it was a translate. We're actually also going to flip it to the other side. So I should have the lines showing now. Okay, so I translated it up, but I also reflected it, and then we're going to go ahead and tape that right there in place. All right, oh, that wasn't very lined up very well, but I get the idea. You should be a little bit more precise than I was. All right, and then we're going to do the exact same thing on the other straight edge side. Okay, so now I'm going to draw another design. Let's kind of do like a whoop, like that kind of thing. All right, and we're going to go ahead and cut that out. Cut it. Make sure your design is like somewhat simple. You don't want to mess up the cutting because we need these pieces to make this the template. So keep it simple. Nice, simple lines. All right, so there's our piece. Okay, we're going to do the same thing. You're going to slide it, and this time, you're again now, and then you're going to flip flop the corners that it was touching. So this one was up here. We're going to flip flop it. We're going to reflect it. All right, and precision count. So I'm going to put the tape there, and then let's do it this way. I'm going to lay it onto the tape. It was like that, so now it's got to go like that. So I was just flipping it over because I was having some taping issues. Whoop, whoop. All right. Okay, so flipping it back, this is what you would have done if you would have done it. So there's your shape. Okay. All right, so now you're going to take your 2.5 by 3 grid paper, and you need to start figuring out how are you going to trace this on here. So I'm going to take a pencil because I didn't do so good in the translating. So we're going to trace the shape. Now I have mine hanging off the grid a little bit. You can see like here's the original corner. So I just had it lined up that way to get me started. Okay. Now you've got to figure out how we're going to piece this together. So remember, this piece is actually from here. So you actually have to flip it to get to your next one. So then we're going to trace. And we're going to see. And you don't want your shape to overlap, or you don't want to leave any gaps in between. That's the idea of a tessellation, is that it keeps piecing together. So again, I got a piece here, so I'm going to have to flip it again. And you're just going to keep going on in that way. So if I'm trying to, it's like a puzzle here. So we're trying to fit that piece in. So that was that side originally. Okay, so I got to flip it. And I got to trace it that way. Now, as you're doing this, you want to see, like, do you see any images or Is there anything coming to mind? Apparently, I'm in the mood to see different faces today. So right now, this is what caught my attention was this shape right here. Is it looks like to me, it looks like someone who is yelling or something. So I'm actually going to draw an eyeball there, and kind of, right? And then he's yelling. That looks like the guy's nose right here. So I'm getting a little nostril right there. And maybe this is his wavy hair, and here's his ear. Okay, and then that's a collar right there, and that's his chin. And then I would use colors to fill it in. All right, and then I could do it again. I'd draw him over again like that. It's supposed to be the same picture. Maybe you change it up. Maybe this one, maybe you see, I'm going to stick with the theme of people. And I see this time maybe kind of like a old lady kind of thing. So like this is her hair up here in the bun. There's the bun, and it's kind of combed back right here. Okay, and maybe she has like a little hat on or something. And since she's yelling, she's angry. So if she's angry, she's like, hey, I'm an old lady, I'm grumpy. Okay, maybe there's her ear. Give her some eyelashes. Maybe she got a little mole right there. I don't know. Get creative with it. Okay, maybe you see an animal. Maybe that could have been a unicorn that I was drawing. But you get the idea, and you just want to repeat it over and over and add some color. So that is how you do the tessellation with reflection. All right, I can't wait to see your pieces.